Hi, everybody. Hi, so good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's session. So you can use the chat. Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We'll start shortly. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hi, hi. Hi, Kupola Tosin. All right, so we'll be starting shortly. I'm just waiting for others to join, and then once we have a good number of people, yeah, okay, let me just stop this for that video. So once we have a good number of people, we can start, right? We'll start shortly. So I chat. So you need to introduce yourself. So introduce yourself with your I'm just wait. Let me just put that up so that we all can be on the same page. Okay. All right. So introduce yourself once you join the live. Introduce yourself with your first and last name. So introduce yourself like my name is Baliko Fayemi, and I'll be your trainer for today. So we'll start in about 15 minutes or thereabouts. I'm just waiting for others to join. We have just 11 person on this live, and then from our WhatsApp group chat I send the link to, we are about 700 plus. So I'm expecting like 700 on this call. Uh, if you cannot hear me, let me know. If I points that I'm breaking, please use the chat. So we're going to be having some ground rules. So some certain ground rules are going to be having. I will drop them soon so that we all will be on the same page. So this class is going to be interactive. For that is YouTube Live. It's going to be interactive. We are going to talk, have conversation, and are going to be having fun. Please feel free to ask your questions. So I will tell you the time to ask questions. I will tell you the time for other things. So today we'll be learning a lot on certain thing. I think we are all familiar with the topic. We'll be learning more about it and how we can use it professionally. My name is Pale Fayemi once again. We'll be starting about, let's say, well, this is 12:01 from my end. I'm starting about, let's say, 12:10. So you can continue introducing yourself. Welcome, Samuel Jacob. Welcome, Shidrak, Fadu Jodo Atumi, Singh, Omayo Kolawale. You want to also, if you know people that also sign up for this training, you want to probably chat them, send them a message so that they don't miss out on this because it's essential that we have everybody that sign up on this call. If you can hear me clearly, please let me know. Why? Morning, Mrs. Florence. So, Mrs. Florence, good morning, ma'am. So, we'll be starting in at 12:10 because of others that are just joining. So, 10 minutes of the next 8 minutes from now, we'll start. Okay. See, so while we wait for others to join, let me just give ground rule for our training this afternoon. So if you have any question at all, any at all, Don't distract the chats. Don't ask a question at the end of the session. So this session is going to be 2 hours. The first part is going to be where we're going to lay the foundation, talk about how you can build your brand or personal branding using social media marketing, and then the other part will be where you have to ask the questions which will be answering. So the first 60 minutes is going to be we having conversation. For me, my class is going to be interactive. I'm going to giving us class assignments, class work for us to do. I'm going to give us homework for us to also do. So that in our next session, we're going to like take the cue from that. So you want to be able to listen attentively. At any point you cannot hear me, check your network or put in the chat that you are frozen or yeah. Um, and again, please don't ask questions while I'm on training because I might lose your chat. At the end of the training, I'll open the floor for questions. So you can type a question somewhere, and once I'm done with the training, you can ask the question. So you have 30 minutes to answer questions and give feedback. So you're going to be interactive. I'm going to be asking us, whenever I ask those questions, I might just say, Tomisin, what do you think about this? Because I can see everybody on this call. I can see people that are joining. So I can just say, consultancy, Jacob, Shedrack, Mayowa, what do you think about this? So I want you to put it in the chat. So you want to listen. I can call your name at any time. And so you want to make sure that your internet is also good. So I can call your name to answer my question, to ask for your feedback, to ask what do you think about this? Because I think we're going to be talking about today is something that we are all familiar with, how you can build your social media. We're familiar with social media, but how do we use it for our business, how do we use it for our brand? You want to be an influencer, you are creating content, or you have a small business that you are doing that you want to use social media for. How do you utilize this platform? What are the things you need to do? There are certain things you need to do. It's not about just chatting or posting pictures or posting videos. There are certain things you need to learn. So these are the things that I'm going to be teaching us today. So first thing first that we said for people that are just joining, introduce yourself with your first and last name. That's the first thing. And then we're going to be starting the class in about 5 minutes. So in about 5 minutes, we're going to be starting the class. So if you have anybody that you know that want to join this session, please I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. So send them a private message and we'll start shortly. Start shortly. Okay. Can see Tommy Oluwatosin Popola. I can see Wisdom. I can see Shamir Daira. I can see Joy, Vidara Danisin, Usayo, Ezekiah, Taiwo, Chukudi, Nasi Abubakar, David. Uh, Good morning, good afternoon, good afternoon. In the afternoon here in Nigeria. Some of us are. I think Miss Lawrence is in the US, so she's like 2 a.m. or 3 right now, and she's joining the call. So we'll start shortly. We have like 4 minutes. So we'll start now. We'll start like in 4 minutes time. So Musa from Taraba State. Wow. Peter, Destiny. Okay, so I was saying earlier on, so we're talking about social media marketing, talking about different things that you need to know to build your personal branding. Uh, Basically, things that we are familiar with, but we don't even know how to use it properly. So that's what we're discussing about. So, please introduce yourself with your first and last name. It's essential that we meet you, that we get to know ourselves. Because some of us have like a nickname on our have like a nickname on our YouTube. So want to meet you to be sure that okay, we can identify that okay, this is special, this is Suzanne, this is this, that's all. Okay. We'll start. So we'll start in 2 minutes, and then all right. So while we're trying to use ourselves, just put my screen on. Right. Right. So confirm that you can see my screen now. Let me make it. Okay, you can see my screen. All right. Confirm that you can see my screen and you can hear me clearly. Can you see my screen? Okay. Can we see my screen? Can we see my screen, please? Okay. Okay, I can see your screen. All right, good. Amazing. Uh, okay, give me a minute. Okay, starting now. I just want to remove this. Okay, all right, good. Right. All right, so let's get started. So we're talking about how you can build your business brand, not just a business brand, personal brand with social media marketing. So discussing about different things, social marketing, talking about what social media, talking about what is social media platform that you can use, talking about how you can target your audience, talking about how you can take brand tone. These are things we're talking about. So for first thing first, many of us are familiar with social media network that you know. Can you just put in the chat and look at the chat? So, uh, any social media that you know, can you just put in the chat? I'm very familiar with this. I use WhatsApp, I use this. So, just put in the chat. So, I'll chat and then I can continue. So, we have different social media. There's WhatsApp, there is YouTube that we are using right now. It's also a social media. But every social media has their purpose, have uh, their reason for existence, has their reason for existence. If you want to share videos, like share videos, pictures, you want to use Instagram, you want to use Facebook. If you want to have a microblogging, if you want to have social messages or text, you want to use Twitter. So these are various way whereby you can use different social media. So you want to know that which social media is can you use for certain things, and then which one is necessary for certain things. So you want to be able to do this. So you want to be able to understand that this social media platform, this is what is being used for. It should be so not uh, it should be wrong for you to now go on Twitter and then fine you can pictures, but Twitter is more of text. Now be posting videos on Twitter. So you want to make sure that or it would be wrong for you to now be dancing. The TikTok videos that we do now, so I'm doing that on X. So Twitter is now X. Now be doing that on X. So you want to know that each platform has its own purpose. LinkedIn, for example, is for professional. It's no longer for you to now be cracking or be posting uh, videos of your party or anything on LinkedIn because it has its own purpose. So we'll talk about all these platforms. We'll talk about the purpose of some of these platforms and how you can use them for your brand. So doing my a little bit of introduction before I dive into this. So also my name is Oiko Fayemi, and then I was a member, I was a participant of the DeFi Pro Cohort 8.0, and I learned about several things about data marketing, content, data analytics, and live stream my cohort. And part of my cohort, I have friends that started working in agency. They have their own personal brand. They are now micro and nano influencers. So talk about this thing in detail, right? So I'm just giving us like a big background of what we should expect after learning this class. That you don't need to actually say, "Oh, I want to." You can start something. You can help your family and friends. You can help SMEs. You can start looking out there and see how you can create content, how you can use this platform better. So this class will make you understand how you can use all these platforms you mentioned or put in the chat better, how you can use X better, how you can use WhatsApp better, how you can use Instagram better. So I can use all this, but you don't want to just be all over the place without knowing the purpose of being there. So moving on, we'll talk about the main thing why we're here. So what is social media marketing? Social media marketing is just is a marketing strategy that involves you using your social media platform to connect and engage with audience. So promote your service or build brand awareness. So you as having you have a small business, you're selling something, or you are a personal brand, you want people. So Mrs. Florence, no, Mrs. Florence class, she used to tell us that we are a brand on our own. So you want to sell yourself to a potential employer, or you want to sell yourself to a potential company that, oh, this is what you do. I have a friend doing my cohort. I started to document about her life journey, and then she became an influencer, started influencing for brands. So you might want to just be an influencer, or you want to have a personal brand like on LinkedIn or TikTok or Instagram. What are the ways to go about it? So these are the things we'll be discussing today. So social media marketing is all about you using this social media platform that we've mentioned in the chat, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, to to market, to strategize, to build brand awareness, to promote a service or idea. So it is not enough for you to stay on WhatsApp every day and be chatting. You can have WhatsApp channels where you can sell your idea, your content. We have Telegram. So all this platform is not enough for you to just connect, because the thing is that there are over 2 billion people on Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp every day, which means that whatever you are trying to sell, or whatever thing you are trying to tell people, they are on this platform. So you want to be able to use this social media in a way that help you as a data marketer or as somebody that is just coming to this space. So we're talking about a lot of things. I'm not trying to like give us like a big background of what social media marketing is all about. Social media marketing is all about you using your social media to sell a product, to sell an idea. So an idea can be, oh, I have this idea of I want to be documenting my life journey, how my day goes and everything. And from there, people started liking me. Brands started looking at me and say, oh, this person can influence for us. A quick one might be, Akuku Doctor does not sell anything. So I know of us know Akuku Doctor. Akuku Doctor is an influencer right now. And he doesn't sell anything. He's a medical doctor. And then what he does basically is to give us content every day on our social media platform. And there, he makes money because brands, Aquafina, so many brands are now trying to now give up doctor to advertise their products, their services, and from them he's getting paid while being a professional doctor. So you can also become like him. So if you have an idea to say, if you have like a content to create, how do you tell all this content for this different platform? I put also started from like Twitter, from giving us like social text, to being coming to Instagram, giving us video content. So it would be wrong for him to now have a design post on on Instagram and maybe design and put tips. It will be wrong because Instagram is more of videos and pictures. So it's more of you trying to test so there are things that are strategy around marketing, social media marketing. So there are platforms that are majorly good for certain things, maybe videos, maybe text, maybe like for YouTube, want the longer video. YouTube is a social media. I don't know how many of us are aware of that. Social media. So we are hosting these events on YouTube because we know that so many people are going to join, and then we want to be able to capture everybody and then be able to say, but so you want to look at it and say, okay, I have a longer video, 1 hour or two. How many people watch that on their Instagram? A lot of people will not, because if the first 8 seconds does not even make sense on Instagram videos, people skip. So you want to make sure that these are the strategy I will talk about in the long run while talking. So moving on, this is what we'll be talking about. So we'll talk about how you can know your audience, and knowing your audience, what are the things you need to do to know your audience. Talk about audience persona, how you can craft out for one for yourself. So let's say you have a business or you have an idea. So a business might be, oh, I'm selling shoes, I'm selling clothes, I'm selling a book. Maybe you just friend just wrote a book and then she wants to launch her book. She wants to sell her books. She her books on Amazon. It's on Amazon, so you can buy. So it's on Amazon, and then she wants to market this book using social media. So she needs to understand. She needs to know her audience. She needs to know, okay, who are the people that are likely to read this book. Then when you know your audience, I tell people that if you don't know who you are selling to, you will just be pushing content on social media, and then you now realize that, oh, I'm not selling, or people are not buying my products, or people are not buying my idea. So the first thing first, as a social media, whether you are just coming in or you're already in this space for a year or two, or is you need to know your audience. When you know who you are talking to. And also, one of the things I always say is that even if you are selling longer and prosperity, so brand will come to me and say, oh, everybody will buy our product, everybody will do this and that. So I tell people this, and it's a better truth is that are selling longer and prosperity, some people will still not buy. So not everybody is the audience. So you need to capture your audience. You need to know who are the people that you are talking to, who are the people that are likely to buy your products, are likely to buy your services, who are the people that are likely to subscribe to your idea. So in this instance, you don't need to sell a product. You might be selling an idea. An idea might be, oh, I have a content, or I have a knowledge about certain things. Like I made mention about product, or education is about medical things every day. Oh, eat well, drink water, and such stuff. So you must know your audience. I will doctor know that, oh, the people I want to talk to are people that are conscious about their health and they're between this age group. So we'll talk about how you can know your audience. From there, we'll talk about the different audience persona. You're going to create one for yourself. We'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about how you can find your brand voice. So you will see some certain brands that are very formal, some are formal. So a quick one might be people that are very familiar with social media might be, oh, Sterling. Sterling is a brand that understand that most of their customers are Gen Z, and then they're able to speak in their language. So, and then you also want to also know uh, the type of brand voice you want to use. You want to be when you know your audience, you get to know, okay, if your audience are Gen Z people, or if you are between a certain range, you want to know which voice you want to use and communicate with them. For people that are 19, 20, they're just coming up in this generation, they want something fun. So if you are too serious, and know that your audience and your brand voice is being serious, then it will be hard for you to sell to them. So your my voice is speaking. All right, let me try and check my network. My network is fine. I think you might need to check yours. Check yours. My network is fine from my end here. So you need to know your audience. When you know your audience, you'll be able to know the brand voice or the brand tone that you want to use. So it's essential that you know your audience. One of the key things is know your audience first. When you know your audience are between certain age group, you know that, oh, if I'm too serious with them, they will not buy the product, they will not buy the idea. So I need to be a bit playful. This is the voice I want. I need to be informal. Oh, my audience are business people, are working class people. They are serious. So when you know your audience, you need to know your brand voice. Then you want to also set goals. So you want to set goals. So business goal is very important because this will help your marketing campaign. When you set goals, when you have a clear cut out goals as a person or as a business or as an individual, it helps you in the long run. It make your business to be focused. So a quick goal might be we want to make sales. That's a goal as a brand. A quick goal might be, oh, I want to increase my follower because I'm creating content. A quick goal might be, I want engagement. These are goals. So you make goals. You don't have to just work in a maze and say, oh, I want to do X, Y, Z. And your goals will also be smart. We'll talk about goal settings also. And then we'll also talk about how you can develop content strategy. How you can develop content strategy. Why do we talk about content calendars? Talk about different content formats. And we'll talk about being consistent. So in marketing, on digital marketing, we talk about the fact that content is king, but consistency is what makes content king. So you must be consistent. All right. Talk about how you can also work with influencers. How you can also look at influencer marketing, maybe you for yourself or for the brand you are working with or your business. I'll talk about the strategy of each platform, like Twitter, that's X now, like WhatsApp, IG, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, and the likes. And then also talk about how you can engage your audience with different content. So moving on, we'll talk about our first thing, know your audience. So I made mention earlier that listen first as a person or as someone that wants to create content, as someone that wants to push something out there is to know your audience. Now you want to know your audience. You need to understand the so there are different ways where you can classify your audience. Now, first thing first, you need to all right, so we need to know your audience. You need to know your audience. So you must understand your audience by the demographics. The demographics is where do they stay, who are they, their location, their age. Those are the demographics. Their preferences. What do you do? What would they like? What their lifestyle, their needs, their behavior. So these are the people you are addressing. So your audience are classified into the demographics, their preferences, needs, and behavior. So when you have a target audience and discover that, so you will find your target audience. So for example, your target audience are people between the age of 18 to like 22. So where will they be? So when you understand them, you know which path they be. 18 to 20, 22 will not be on Facebook, will not, right? But they will be present on TikTok. They will be present on Instagram because they want to post pictures. That's so when you understand your audience, when you understand their preferences, when you understand their demographics, you need to know which platform that they use often. Because this is the thing that will help you to propose your content. So you won't be saying, oh, our audience are between the age of 20, 18 to 21, and then you are putting your content on billboard, for example, or you are putting your content on TV, or you are putting your advert on social media platform, or you are putting your content on Facebook. There might be some on Facebook, but you want to be able to look at it and say, where are my audience located? So when you know your audience, this will help you to discover which platform they use. If I'm going to ask most of us here, maybe the age of between 21 to 30, which platform do we use often? When last did we visit Facebook? When last did we visit Twitter? Oftentimes, most of us use WhatsApp, Instagram, oftentimes, and maybe Twitter, TikTok, or maybe some Snapchat. So you want to, when you understand your audience, you'll be able to know which platform that they use. So, and then you also want to choose based on audience preference for effective marketing. So you want to choose which platform that your audience use. And then you also want to use analytics to understand that behavior. So that different analytics you can use to understand your audience behavior. So there are things we discuss in detail. Some are saying that they cannot, my voice is breaking. All right, so let me try and check my network. Give me a minute, please. Let me check my network speed. Okay, from my hand here, my network is a bit is fine. I don't know why it's breaking. My network is fine. All right, recording will be available for us to watch later, so we can also look at it. Fine. So, how do you not define your ideal audience? A quick one. So how do you? I'm talking about know your audience, know your audience. So how can you not define your ideal audience? How can you not say, okay, these are my audience? So first question you want to ask yourself is, what do my audience need? So you want to sell an idea. You want to sell an idea. An idea is, oh, I'm an health professional, or when I was in when I was an undergraduate, I learned about how to keep the environment clean, and about how to recycle things, maybe like recycle bottles, and then I want to be able to educate people on social media so that I can have more followers. That's a goal, right? So you want to also know that do your audience need this? Do they want to be able to understand this? Do they want to know these things? So when you understand that, when you ask that question, and then that question is met, and say, oh, my audience need education on this. My audience need education on recycling. My audience need education on different restaurants they can visit in Nigeria, or different places they can visit in Nigeria. So you look at all these people. So a quick one, you don't need to think it too far. When you look at the social media, you see different content creators, you see different people uh, going different paths. You see the travel creators, you see people like Wakaka Doctor, you see people like food bloggers telling you about different restaurants you can visit. So you see a lot of people, doing different things. So you want to be able to look at all these things and say, oh, do my audience need this thing? And then what can I do? So let's say we don't have a business. You don't have a business. Let's say you don't have a business, maybe you're selling a physical product, or you don't have a service that you're offering. You have an idea to sell to this audience. An idea like, oh, you are somebody that likes to visit restaurants, that like to try new places. You want to document these things because when you document these things, you are doing videos, you are talking about it, you are showing pictures, There are brands, restaurants, maybe travel brand that want to collaborate with you. By day you are making your money. By day you are gaining follower. By day you are becoming an influencer from being a nano to micro and the likes. And then these people earn well. So you can make money from this. So this thing is just teaching you that oh you must have a business before you can sell something. It might be an idea. So if you have a business also, this is also important. For let's say you are selling shoe, for example. You want to look at it and say, what type of shoe am I selling? Is it for female? Is it for male? What are the aging of people that will wear your shoe? For my grandma that is 80 years old, she might not likely wear a shoe anymore. Maybe like slippers or something. So you want to look at it and say, oh, 80 people are out of my demographics. This is the number that I want. This is the age range that I want. So you want to look at it and say, do my audience even need shoe? Yeah, because they're going to be going to work, they're going to be going to do the things you need to ask yourself. So you want to also look at it that where are your audience located? Are they located in Nigeria? Are they located out of Nigeria? And this answer your question of knowing how your audience. So in Nigeria, for example, in Lagos, for example, for someone that are in Lagos, you want to be able to know your audience location. So knowing your audience location also helps you to determine the buying power of what you are selling. So, for example, someone that is located on the island can afford some certain products, no more than someone that is located on the mainland in Lagos. So you want to kind of say where are they located and see, oh, this is their buying power. This is they can afford my product. So when you are doing your marketing, like in terms of your ad, you want to be able to select that. Oh, my audience are located in this social location because this location people buy more. People have the buying power. Someone that stays in Lekki, someone that stays on the island will be able to buy a certain product of certain amount. Like that's it for Lagos. So you want to carry and say, where are they located? So this is very important because it's helping you in the long run when you are trying to run ad, when you're trying to run marketing ad, trying to propose content like a product or services to your audience. You also want to look at what are the characteristics that your audience shares, what are the characteristics that they share. So are they people that like sports? For the shoe, for example, when you're selling a shoe, do they like sports? Do they like are they supporting any team? So that things you want to look at. So moving on, we're talking about the next thing, which is your user persona. So you know your audience now. So now let's start craft an ideal audience for your brand. So for your brand might be, like I said earlier, you need to be selling a product or service for it to have an audience. If you're selling an idea, you must also know who am I targeting, right? So now a user persona majorly is simply like a fictional characteristic of person that is likely to buy your product, and likely to buy your services, or likely to buy your idea. So, me as an example, I'm a user persona because I like certain things, right? So I want to be able to say, you want to be able to do that for your business and say, who is likely to buy my product? So that is a user persona. You want to be able to say, who are the people that are going to buy my product? Who is that person that's going to buy my product? What is their name? What is their age? Their location? Their preferences? Where do they work? How do they commit to work? Do they take Uber? Someone that take Uber to work. If you're in Nigeria, for example, you know, this person has a buying power. They can buy high-end gadgets and the likes because for you to take Uber to work in this economy that we have right now, that means you have a buying power. So you want to be able to look at it and say, why they commit to work? How do they do certain things? So it's essential that you have a user persona. It's essential as a business or as someone that is trying to market your brand or your product. So yeah, thank you, Jackson. Yeah, you just said it. Yeah, your persona is the person who like to buy your product. So they like to buy your product. So you must be able to craft out that user persona because it's essential for you. Because when you're creating your content, when you are creating your videos, you are putting your pictures out, you are saying your idea, you're able to know that based on this person they can afford it, based on this they can do it. So a typical example of a user persona we have this flow. So user persona for now let's pick a business. So I pick a business in my mind and say, okay, because I love food, right? I love food, I love good food. And I use a restaurant for example. So this restaurant name is We Chops Food and Drinks Restaurant. A quick one. So in our notes, because I'm going to be asking us to share our own user persona. So before I explain what a user persona is, so maybe somewhere, maybe in your notes or maybe on your notepad or somewhere, right? Oh, this is my business. Create a business. Or this is my idea. I want to be a food influencer. I want to be Instagram travel influencer, or I want to be somebody that talks about things on Instagram. Create a name for yourself, right? A name for yourself. You now create a user persona. So you want to make, if you're smart, you want to be able to screenshot my screen like this because it has some things that will help you in knowing your user persona. So we have, for my left hand side, we have the demographic information. So who is the like person to have to be my user persona? So I have Sarah Williams. So Sarah Williams, and then she's 32, female. She, what's her location? She's living in an urban area, very busy professional. She's a marketing manager. And then I want to go further and say, because I'm a restaurant, I want to know who is the person I like to buy my product. My restaurant is an high-end restaurant. The food costs about 10 to 15K. So somebody that is earning 30K per month, that is earning like 20K per month, might not be able to afford my food. So I want to be able to break my user persona. Someone that is likely to buy my product. I know that, oh, this person comfortably, because of their lifestyle, because of their demographics, they can buy my products. Or somebody that is an idea. I know that, oh, these are the people that are likely to buy my idea also. So this is something that is very valuable. So the user persona is essential. Our class activity, you're going to be sharing with me in the chat, right? You're going to be telling me, oh, this is the name of your brand, or this is the name of your idea. And then you're going to create a user persona based on all these subheadings that I put on my slide. So I'll give you my own. I'm going to give you your own too after I giving you my own or explain everything to you. All right, so Sarah Williams is 32. She's a female. She lives in an urban area. She's very busy professional. She goes to work. She's a 9 to 5 person. Goes to work and then she lives on the island in Lagos. She's a marketing manager. So what's her job role? So you want to say, oh, she manages marketing campaigns, tech startup, industry, technology. So this gives you an idea that, oh, Sarah Williams, you might likely have money because we all believe that, oh, the tech is the new oil. So she has money to come to my restaurant. What's her lifestyle? What does she? What's that way she lives? She's active. She enjoys trying new things. She values convenience. And my restaurant is new, so Sarah Williams fits into my category. What I think I need to also know about my user persona, which is Sarah Williams. What are goals and objectives? So our primary goals as a person, as Sarah Williams, is to discover unique dining experience where she can look at food. So where you can look at food, and then she can look at things and be able to say, oh, this is nice, a cozy environment, well lighted with lights, maybe flowers, artwork, minimalistic, whatever. She just wanted a place. That's how my goals, to discover a place because she's busy. She's a busy professional, but she wants to also, she doesn't have time to cook or make meal for herself. So her secondary goal might be to save time on meal and explore new restaurants, right? So what's her motivation? Her motivation is that she wanted by exploring an adventure. She's an adventurous person. Don't forget we said that. And then she value convenience and time efficiency. She value convenience. So, and then what's her challenge and pain point? What's her challenge? There's limited time for her to prepare every meal because she's a marketing professional for a tech startup. She works 9 to 5, doesn't have time, and then it's difficult finding new and interesting restaurant. So this is her pain point. She prefers personalized dining experience. She like when she comes to a restaurant, it's personalized in the sense that there's a place for her to take her pictures, to take her videos. She's a marketing professional, don't forget. So she wants to be able to create content with that. And then her behavior and preferences. She's busy, a busy schedule. Like she has a busy schedule. She work late hours. She doesn't have time to go. She prefer ordering through mobile apps. This gives us an overview that, oh, for my buyer persona now, I might need to create an app or I might need to have a website and then enjoy sharing dining experience on social media, which means that yes, she's on social media, she enjoys sharing her. When she goes to a new restaurant, she gets a video and say, hello guys, this is the new restaurant I just discovered, and then she's going to push that on social media. So which means that our restaurant has to be fine. It has to be very, very fine. It has to be very personalized, cozy for Sarah to come. Sarah is busy, she can afford it. She's busy, she works at a good place. So let's give an idea. This help you to set your expectation as a brand. Because like I said earlier, if you are selling longer and prosperity, not everybody will actually buy your product. And it might be like, oh, there's some product that everybody needs. I will tell you for free. Some people, okay, you might say, okay, water is life. Everybody needs water. Some people don't drink water. They take soft drink or take other liquid things, right? So no matter the product or service you are selling, not everybody is your audience. So moving on to the other things about our technical thing is that, okay, how technology savvy is Sarah? She's highly proficient in using mobile apps. She's compatible with online reservation, an audience platform. So we want to be able to see that when we're setting up our Instagram, we want to our Facebook, we can say, oh, you can make reservation or our Facebook page. So they give you an idea of what you're going to be setting up for your social media platform, for your different platform, because this is your typical person that will buy. So you don't expect the typical person that will buy and come and say, oh, there's no way to make reservation on your online platform. There's nothing on your social media, and then you are saying you are not selling. So when you create a user persona, this will give you an insight to know the type of content you want to create and the type of content you want to repurpose on your platform. So a quick question might be, how about people that just follow trends? So we need to follow trend as a brand. So when you know your audience, when you know what you want to sell, when you know the people you want to talk to, you won't follow trend. You see majors that are very serious. They don't follow trend. They only follow trend that align with their own, knowing their audience and their business goals. So these are the things that you need to put into mind. Creating a user persona for whether you have an idea or a business or you're trying to manage a business, it's essential. The first thing you do is know the audience. Who are the people that like to buy these products? Someone asked a question earlier: is user persona wasn't a buyer persona? Yes, it is, because user persona is same thing as buyer persona. People are going to buy your services or your idea. Are that you have on your on your menu list. Okay, quick one. I went to a restaurant last week Sunday, and I saw different thing. I was like, oh, because I love food. So to be sincere with you, when I was creating this, like I just used to say that it is actually this is why like I love exploring new restaurant, I love trying new food. So she's several adventures and open-minded. So she's open-minded to try new things. See a restaurant, here a restaurant, and say, oh, this restaurant is having new menu or they have a new type of meal. She wants to try it out. She's social and enjoys dining with her friends. Which means that you must, when you're creating, when you have a restaurant like this, which means that you want to have a space whereby people can sit in groups. People can sit in a group of four, a group of eight or five, because you already said in your persona that your one of your user or one of your buyer persona love dining with friends. So you want to make that place like a cozy place for them to do. And she value experience over material possession. So she doesn't mind spending her own money on food. She values that, oh, the experience that you give. So that it things that also is essential for you. So enjoy discovering hidden gems. So these are the things that we would talk about user persona. So for people that have been listening so far, I want us to start dropping our user persona in the chat. While we move on to the next subtopic that we're talking about, finding your brand voice. We'll talk about what social media marketing. We'll talk about knowing your audience, the demographics, the psychographics, the behavior, and also break it down to you creating a user persona for your audience. So your audience is a broad level. So my audience is 18 to 21. So out of 18 to 21, pick one person, someone that is likely to buy your product in that audience range. That's your user persona. That's your buyer persona. So user persona can also be called buyer persona. So you are going to now do that. So that's our class activity. So anybody that is I want to probably put it in the chat so I can put it up on the screen. Anybody that so the class activity is create a user persona, create a persona with whether your brand or an idea you want to sell on social media, and you want to market on social media. Oh, I have a book. I just published a book on Amazon, or I just published a book, a PDF on the checklist. How do I want to sell this book? Who are the user persona? Who are likely people that are going to buy? So based on their demographics, their personality, their buying behavior, their job roles, their technological survey. So you want to map out that. Anybody that wants to share? Anybody that wants to share it? Okay, while we're waiting for that, let's move on to, because we don't really have time. So we've spent like 42 minutes already. So we don't really have time. And then we have like an hour plus, because we're going to ask questions and also answer. So how do you find your brand voice? So talk about the fact that you need to know your audience. So from your audience, you majorly, okay, let me put up balance. Let's do that. So let me put that up. So Valentina Owolise, online student toy store, demographics, name, Joy Phillips, age 40, gender, female, location, urban area, professional background and context, job role, banker, industry, banking and lifestyle. All right. Thank you, Valentina. So I noticed that okay, this is a children toy store, and you have your audience to be age 40, which is probably the parents of the child, because obviously the child will not use social media, right? Maybe the child is below 6 or 5, so they can't use social media. But at the same time, you want to also have them as your not your user persona, but as your brand audience, because that set the tone. So when you have your audience, you want to make sure that your audience is in this age range, so that you don't use when you are trying to probably put your content on TV where they will be. You want to use that brand voice because you understand that you are speaking to children. A quick example might be Indomie. So Indomie, when they are doing their ad on TV, they are able to speak. Though the children are the one buying the noodles, right? But they were able to relate with them based on the fact that they understand the audience they are speaking to. So good one, Valentina. This is awesome. Or another person that want to share. Let me hide this. All right, good. All right. So how do you find your brand voice? So quick one. How do you find your brand voice? So your brand voice. So you want to establish a consistent and authentic brand voice for all your social media communication. So if you are communicating on X, being formal, you want to make sure that when you're on Instagram, you're also formal. But you don't want to confuse your audience. A quick one. There's so many brands out there. The one that is coming to my head is Sterling, because Sterling is they're very radical on social media. Because I don't know, because maybe of their audience or because of people they speak to, because they are probably Gen Z oftentimes. They're very radical, and then you see them, they are on Twitter, they are this, on Instagram, they are the same thing. So you want to make sure that the way you are communicating across your social media platform, that you have determined that your audience uses the same thing you are communicating. So the quick example might be because your audience are between the age of 21, and so let's say your audience are busy professionals, right? And then you understand that they also use Instagram, and then you're like not trying to be playful on Instagram while you are serious on LinkedIn. That is very, very wrong, right? So you want to make sure that your brand voice is consistent and is authentic. People know you and say, oh, this is the brand from your logo, from your so your brand voice actually speaks to one, not only the way you write your caption or the way you write your or the way you design your content. Not only that, your brand voice goes into the color you use. So there are certain colors for certain brands. So you see some tech company, they use blue. Oftentimes they use blue. E-commerce company uses orange. So these are their brand voice. So not only when you talk, or not only when you do your video, or the way you do your video alone. It's not only the way you write your caption alone. This is part of your brand voice. But you don't want to have purple on Instagram and then having red on LinkedIn. It has to be consistent. In terms of your design, it has to be consistent across platform. If you look at my slide, you see that it's carrying, for someone that are familiar with our brand for Digify, it's carrying the Digify logo. To the extent that my name tag has that Digify logo. So you must make sure that when you are speaking to your audience across social media platform, your tone, your voice is consistent in terms of your design, in terms of your color, in terms of your font. So you don't want to use one font on Facebook, use another font on LinkedIn, use another font. So your brand voice carries all this, carries your fonts, your design, your caption, and the like. So you want to make sure that it is consistent across all platforms. Like when people go to Facebook or when people go to LinkedIn or they go to X, they can see that, oh, this is Adidas, oh, this is Nike. So it is essential that you make sure that your brand voice is consistent. Another thing you want to also know when you find your brand voice is that make sure your brand will align with your company values and also resonate with your audience. So what are your values? What are your values as a company? So when you're joining a new company, or you're trying to create a new company for yourself, or you are a one-man person that you're trying to sell an idea, we want to understand that what are my values, because this has to align with your brand voice. So if your value is we are very playful. So let's make sure that this your playfulness you are spreading across social media platform where you know that your audience are. When you carry your playfulness to LinkedIn, you might not be welcome there because your audience are not there. People that are there are not people that are playful. People that are very busy, serious professional, right? So you want to make sure that where my audience are and where can these are our values that align with our playfulness, right? So you want to also use relatable language to connect with your audience. So it should be wrong for you to advertise to people uh, that don't have formal education and they are speaking big English, are speaking big grammar. It will be wrong for you to do that as a brand, as a person. So you want to make sure that you use a language that you're able to connect with your audience. For Gen Z, there's certain language that you want to connect with them. For people that are busy professional, that language you want to connect with them. You want to make sure that if your audience are people that are busy professionals that have formal education, MSc, PhD level, just make sure that we have your caption, you don't have any grammatical error. And thankfully these days, you can use so many platforms to check if your grammar is wrong or right. So these are things that you want to also do for yourself as a brand, as a personal brand, or or as an individual, or you're working with a brand. So you must make sure that the language that you're using to communicate with your audience is relatable. It's something that when they see it, they can easily buy into your idea. It will be a waste effort for you to be speaking to people that don't have formal education and speaking big grammar. It should be jargon. Even that what I'm saying is good for them, right? Is what they like, but they don't understand. So right, so you want to make sure that you find your brand voice. You're using a relatable language is to communicate with the language they understand. So you must find that language that you understand and communicate in that language. Moving on. So for some that job user personnel, thank you. I can see you. Makes sense. I'm gonna give my feedback at the end of the class on that. So we've moved past that, but I can see the comments. Don't mind me if I don't show it. Uh, so this is a typical example of how you can find what is your brand voice. So you want to be, this is like a brand guide voice, right? So this brings us to our next class activities, right? Now you have identified a brand, a business. The second thing that you want to also look at is what is this brand voice? So like Valentina had a brand voice, like had a business that talk about the fact that, oh, she's talking to uh, she's selling toy. She's selling toy for children, and then audience persona is a parent that is 42, are busy. So how do you want to communicate with that busy professional? How do you want to communicate in a way that they say it's toy, and they were like, oh, my daughter will like this, or my son will like this, my 2 years old will like this, right? So how do you now communicate? Is it in a serious way, or is it in a fun way, or you're going to look at it and say, what are children doing that when their parents sees that kind of purpose, that kind of content, the purpose of social media, they're going to buy the toy for them. So you want to look at it and see in what way are we going to be communicating with this our user persona that we have identified. All of us have, thank God, all of us have identified different user persona. So you want to look at it and say, oh, this is my business, this is my user persona. What voice do I want to communicate based on the company values, based on language? What voice do I want to which voice do I want to use to communicate with them? So a quick one. You might be writing this down somewhere. I will ask you to put in the chat, and the person that put in the chat, I'm going to put the brand voice on the screen. I'm going to talk about it. So your brand voice is something you need to think about because it's important to think about the voice you use for very important. Is it going to be serious or funny? And this is based on user persona. So when you know your user persona, like I said earlier at the beginning, you will know which voice, which tone to communicate with your audience. It's going to be formal or it's going to be casual. All these are tied to you knowing your user persona. It's going to be somewhere between respectful or irreverent, or it's going to be a thing that they want to also look forward to. So these are the things that you need to understand as somebody that is coming to some marketing. Know your audience and they know the voice that you want to use and communicate with your audience. So anybody that wants to give us their brand voice based on the user persona. So maybe you have done user persona earlier on. So you're going to put user persona and then you're going to put it. So these are you're going to submit it. User persona, and you're going to put the user persona. The brand voice is going to be, oh, this serious. So Jackson said, my brand voice is usually in the middle, friendly but serious enough. Um, if you can please explain further, I don't seem to get that. Like I don't seem to say medium friendly but serious enough. So who are your or who is your user persona? So for me to be able to understand why that. So anybody else? Valentina, do you want to give us a brand voice? Chisom, Deborah, you talk about your user persona. Bella Deleke, anybody that has dropped their user persona, so that I want to identify the way they want to communicate with this user. Basically, instead of me speaking so much English. Abbey Law Bookstore, Jisumo. So anybody? Okay. So anybody that wants to give us stand voice based on the user persona that they've been able to identify. Any? Mm, okay. Okay. She's on the okay. This is okay. Let me put it up. So this is just some developer. So industry, technology, lifestyle, outdoor activity, trying new place, primary go, fun place to go, second going to hang out often with and not have spent a useful years indoor. Alright, alright. So the brand voice for her, though she showed me didn't identify the user persona clearly for us because he didn't tell us who the person is. He didn't give us their age, their name, their location. Like this is not well detailed, right? So you want to probably after this class look at it again, watch the video again, and look at it and say, okay, what did I miss? And then be able to go better with it, right? So Valentina that give us one is for the choice would be casual occupational. Okay, so I don't want to give me the whole of the user person again. So Banos is casual. Casual in the sense that you're going to not be formal, you're going to be uh, very not too serious because you're speaking to people that want to buy toys because it's the those are selling is even playful for their kids or somebody. So it's fine that it's casual. Okay, formal, respectful. Okay, all right, all right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for submitting. Thank you for this. Okay, casual. Let me put this up. The school said Stellon Clothing Demographics Band Chung 824 social media band voice casual. Okay, good. I'm glad that we all understand user persona, know your audience, and we can align our audience to a brand voice. That makes sense. Okay, good. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Because of time, we need to move, right? So, because we still have a lot of things to get done today. All right, so moving on to the next thing I was talking about. Now you know your audience. Now you know your audience. You know the brand tone to now communicate with them. So the next thing that you want to also do in your strategy is to set goals. So you need to set goals. So clearly define your objective in your marketing campaign. So goals are something that you define clearly. You define your goals. So you want to run a social media marketing campaign. Now you know your audience. You created the social media account. You've opened that LinkedIn. You opened that for your business or for your brand. Or as a person, you want to be a personal brand. You want to work on your own self. You open that Instagram account for yourself to start telling your ideas. Or you open that X account. Or you open that TikTok account. Start doing your TikTok videos. Now you need to now set goals. So what is your goals? Why are you on this platform? So that's the key thing. Because if you don't know why you're on the platform, if you don't know where or what you intend to achieve, you will just be pushing content and then you will not see results. So as a business, if your goal is to make sales, you need to make sure that the goal is well defined. And then we talk about how you can also make your goal smart. Right? So talk about not just to make sales. You must make sure that your goal is smart. That has to be specific. How many sales do you want to make? You want to make 5 sales. How can you measure it? I want to make 5 sales in 5 months or in 2 months. Oh, is this achievable? Yes, it is achievable because this and this based on data. There are 2 billion people on Facebook and LinkedIn, and on Facebook and Instagram every month. So making 5 sales out of all these people is something I can do. Is it relevant to your business? Yes, because my business is the business of making money. And then is it time bound? How long do you want to make sales? In 2 months. So That is what I'm talking about. How you can set goals for your business or for your idea or for your brand as a person. So, quick one before we go forward. For somebody that will make it to the G5 Pro, no, 5 Pro, I think one of the first class we always do is goal setting. So goal setting in the sense that I could I could remember when I was joined, whereby I think it's in my slide, whereby Mr. Sheish is on this call to ask to set goals that what do you want to achieve in next for this 12 weeks bootcamp. So we have to set a goal. So, so you must set a goal, either for yourself as an individual, or you're working with brands, or you want to sell an idea. So set a goal, and your goal must be smart. So goal is a clearly defined objective in your social marketing. A clearly defined objective in your social marketing is what goal is. Right? So that's what goal means. All right. So your goal has to be smart. So smart goals is means it has to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and it has to be time bound. So, specific is saying that what needs to be achieved, what do you want to achieve, why are you on social media? That's the first thing. Why am I here? Just to achieve. Why do I want to create an Instagram account? Now I know my audience. So my audience on social media. Oh, this is the language they want me to communicate with them. This is this and that and that and that and that and that. But why am I there? You have to define that. Because when you understand why you are there, you're able to create content, you need to repurpose content in line with why you are there. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to accomplish on social media? It's essential that you define that. So because we are on this call, from today you must know the reason why you're on social media. I'm not on Snapchat. Why? Because I'm not someone that don't do video. I'm not on TikTok. I don't do video like that. I don't do my but reason why I created Snapchat and TikTok account was for me to know how the platform works because I teach these things. But for me to know how the platform account at some point I was not there. I was like, oh, how would I be able to teach or be able to teach students how to do certain things when I'm not there? So I had to create Snapchat, I had to create TikTok. But if I were not to be someone that is teaching digital marketing, I won't be on Snapchat or TikTok because it's not my thing, right? So why are you there? You want to so that goal has to be specific. This is why we are on Snapchat as a brand, or we are on TikTok as a brand because our audience are there. I want to increase followership. Because our audience are Gen Z and they like to see videos that are fun, that are trending. Yeah, that's specific. That's a cool. It's specific because your audience are there. And because you want to sell to your audience. That's why you are creating. Your goal has to be specific. And it has to be measurable. So I made mention of a brand like say, okay, we want to make sales. So you want to quantify your goals. You want to make sales as a brand, or you want to have followers. How many followers? You must quantify your goal. Your goal has to be measurable because at the end of the day, or at the end of the quarter, or whatever time frame you give yourself, you want to be able to see and look and say, okay, did we really achieve this goal as a brand, or do we achieve this goal as a business, or do I achieve this goal as somebody? Let's say you are somebody that wants to start selling your idea, and your ideal is I will still use my recycle thing is to teach people about recycling to make the environment better. And then at the end of the day, people did not get the whole thing up. Nobody followed you or nobody engaged your content. You know that, oh, you're not doing enough. You're not doing the right thing. Because if you are set a smart goal, you know that, oh, at this time, this is the number of followers I want, or at this time, this is the number of engagement I would like to have. And this is how I'm going to achieve it. So you want to also make sure that your goals is achievable. So you want to make sure that your goals should be realistic. So you don't want to say, oh, I want to make 1 million sales in a day when number of followers you have are not even up to 1,000, right? So you want to make sure that your goals is realistic enough, and then you want to make sure that your goal is relevant. So why are you setting the goal that you are setting? So why are you setting that goals? So is it relevant? It has to be relevant to your brand or the business you are working with, your own business. It has to be relevant. So you make sure that your goal is relevant to your business. So it will be wrong for you to say as a business and say, oh, our goal is to have followers. How will you make money? So you want to make sure that the goal you are setting is relevant to your business. For someone that is an influencer, they are not there to make money. They are not there to make sales, right? They're there to make sure that they have engagement, they have followers, because this is what they will sell to brands or brands to give them job to influence to their followers. So when you have engagement, when you have followers, so that's your goal and influence of someone that is pushing an idea out. You're not selling a product or a service. But a company is selling a product and a service and saying that, oh, our objective is to have followers. Then it's not relevant to that. But it's relevant, but the main goal of them being social media, because they want to market that product to potential buyer to buy the product so they can make sales. So you want to make sure that your product or your goal is relevant. And your goal also has to be time bound. You must put a time parameters for your goal. Like, oh, we want to do this in 2 months, we want to do this in 7 days, we want to do this in 1 week. So that should be time bound. These are how you can set some. So it is not enough to just set your goals. Also, it's important that you evaluate your smart marketing goals. So how do you evaluate your goals? So how do you evaluate your smart marketing goals? So you ask the question now, what's your smart marketing goal? So like I made mention, this is our smart marketing goal. We want to make sales. That's specific. We want to make sales in 2 months. We want to make sales in 2 months, right? That's specific, is measurable, is achievable, because we have social number of followers, we have social number of engagements. It's based on our business, and then it's time bound 2 months. So another way to evaluate your smart marketing goal is, do you feel that this goal is realistic, attainable in the time frame you have set? So if you have set a goal, so you write a goal down, or as a brand, you write a goal down, you want to kind of say, this goal that I have set, is it realistic enough? Can I achieve it within this time frame? Right? So you want to look at the pros and the cons, why can I achieve that goal? So another thing you want to also look at is, what's the bigger marketing challenge expecting from achieving this goal? So what are the things that might likely making us achieve this goal? So one thing might be, oh, we don't have enough people to do certain things for us, or we don't have money to run ads, we don't have money to run ad to get to potential customer to achieve this goal. So you want to look at all these things so that you wait for you to evaluate it. And then the next thing you want to also look at is that, what are the steps you can take to reduce the challenge? So what are the steps you can take in form of, oh, do we need to push more content out? Do we need to collaborate with influencer? Do we need to do certain things for us to achieve this goal? That's the way you can evaluate your smart marketing goal. So when you are trying to market a product, when you're trying to push a content or an idea on social media, make sure that you have a smart goals towards that. So whatever you're doing, you want to make sure that you have a smart goal. So even let's market and say that in life you have to have a smart goal. So the smart goal is very important. All right. So thank you, Ami Jackson. I think that makes sense. So even you have also matters, even if you don't have any other followers. It means that the followers you are having people that align with your whatever thing you are trying to sell, the idea you are trying to sell. So these are how you evaluate your smart goals. Right. So now that you have understand your smart your goals as a business, as a brand, as a personal somebody, how do you develop a content strategy around it? So quick one before I move into content, develop content strategy. I think let me see the time that we have. Okay, so at 1:25 we are going to be pausing, and then we are. I don't want us to take a break because I don't want the video to be long, so that people that missed this session will not have to watch for long, right? So at 1:25 we are going to be having like 5 minutes break, and then at 1:30 we are going to. I'll open the floor for us to ask questions. And I'm gonna, while I stop sharing my slide. All right, so now that you understand, you know your audience, you know the brand voice, and then you set a marketing goals. And then set a marketing goals. Don't forget, I said marketing has to be smart, has to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. And then you're able to evaluate all these marketing goals and say, is it achievable? What are the challenges that are likely to achieve these goals that I've set? The next thing you want to also do is to have a content strategy. So how do you want to develop content? So how do you want to develop content? So developing content involve you planning, creating, distributing, and managing content to achieve specific business objectives. So your big objective as a brand is to sell a product or is to create brand awareness. So how do you develop a strategy around this thing? Craft content that speaks directly to your target audience because you understand your audience. You know where they stay, and you know your ideal audience, who are likely to buy from. So you already know which content to give to them. So you want to craft content because that is why in the first place I said you must know your audience. When you know your audience, you need to craft content that speak directly to your audience. So when you know your audience, you'll be able to know which content I want to craft to them. So what is really around this content? How do you create content? Which place can you get ideas to create content? That things we'll discuss in this next class, right? So you also utilize a mix of content types. So like I said, when you know the platform, when you know your audience, you know the platform they use, you do that. Oh, my audience are not on Snapchat. My audience are not on TikTok. This is where my audience are. When you understand that, you know which content formats or which content type you want to push to them. It's going to be a blog post. It's going to be an infographic. It's going to be a video and images. For someone that puts a demographic, someone put something in the chat. Come in. I saw something that makes. Okay, someone said ever young. So let's use Messi business idea for example. It will work for us now to not be posting. I'm not saying the bank cannot be on Twitter, on X rather, but it's not be for us to now be texting, microblogging on Twitter. Because if it's a gym, I want to see the workout, I want to see the video, I want to see when someone is carrying some dumbbell, when someone is running, when they're doing the exercise, right? So that is to tell you that this is my audience, people that are likely to come to my gym want to see how it works there, how I have different equipment for them to work out. So it will be one for you to now be now go to on Twitter and then be microblogging about your gym, right? So it's essential that you understand all these things. So you're able to know which type of content to give to your audience. When you know your user persona, you know your audience, you have a goal. You need to know which content type to push to. If you just want to tell what you sell or about the idea you want to make sure that you use storytelling. So storytelling is one way to sustain your audience, attention. So you see people say, "Hi guys, welcome to my chat, welcome to this and that," and they start telling a story. Most of us are glued to that. People love stories, so you want to make sure that you make use of storytelling while you are trying to develop your content. So how do you develop your content? So these are content. I'm going to drop this. I'm going to drop the link to this. I'll find it at the end of the slide. I'm going to drop the link. Right. So how do you create a content strategy framework? So one, once you define your goals, your SMART goals. Now your SMART goals is coming here now. You want to organize goal by priority and say, okay, what's these are our goals for the quarter, what are our goals for the year? Which one is priority one? Which one is priority two? You can analyze your goal by priority. And then use the SMART goal framework that I made mention earlier. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Use that. And then when you do that, you conduct personal research. These are how you can create a strategy framework. This is a strategy framework, right? So this is the thing we have done earlier. I'm just trying to give us like for some of us trying. So you have to now conduct a user personal research. When you user personal research, you now collect data and say, this is my ideal user. This is who they are. This is where they stay. And then now run the content on the find topic, content gaps. Run the content audience. Say what are the things that for content research, what thing that my audience, my specific audience would like to see. A quick might be somebody selling a shoe. Uh, for example, someone they want to see the video of the shoe. They want to see the 360, the sole, the part of the shoe. Someone that owns a gym wants to see different equipment you have. They want to see tips on education, how they can stay fit, how they can stay healthy while going to the gym. So these are ways for you to run content audits, right? You want to also choose the CMS, figure out which specific CMS you need, like content management system that you need in terms of where do I want to be, so where do I want to put all this content? Where do I want to? So you don't need to think about this far. You can use the Excel to do this, Google spreadsheet to create your content, like create different content formats and everything. You can like write your content out. Okay, today I'll be doing X, today I'll be doing Y. Or you can use Calendly, or you can use your Google Calendar to also create different content that you want to be posting every day or at every interval you want to post them, right? So we talk about certain things like, oh, do we need to put content every day or twice in a day, right? That doesn't really it doesn't really mean whether you post content every day or twice in a day. What matter is when you know your audience, you need time that they know everything about them. You need time to post your content, whether once in a week or twice a day or every day. So we talk about that in when we're talking about consistency, right? So we talk about that in detail. So we want to also determine the content type. So when you understand your audience, you will know that oh, they like videos, they will like pictures, they will like when this thing is said in this picture. So when you tell me your content type is gotten from you understanding your audience, I mean your users. Also, you want to brainstorm content ideas. There are different places for you to brainstorm content ideas. You can easily have content ideas on Pinterest too. Pinterest is one way as a content creator that you want to also look at. So you have someone that you are a content creator about food. So you want to look at Pinterest for ideas. So Pinterest is where we can get ideas. You want to brainstorm content ideas. You want to research about content that your audience are likely to buy into. And you also publish and manage your content. So you want to develop a content calendar, and then you want to be able to optimize your content for reach, or who are the people that are likely to actually in tune with my content. So you want to also track and analyze your content performance. So on social media, on Instagram, for example, you can see how many people commented on your content. You can see the content they are liking and see how you can propose that content. Right. So we'll discuss this in detail in our next class. But for today, I'm just giving us an overview of content strategy framework, right? Things that you need to put in place. We are trying to create a content strategy. So content strategy is all about you trying to map out the things that are likely to go into the content, onto the ideas, onto the things you are pushing out to the audience you identify in the first place. But in fact, that the audience, the brand voice, you set your smart marketing goals. So what are now the various ways whereby you can now push content to them that they will now engage and make sure that your smart goal that set is actualized. These are the content strategy framework that we're talking about, and this is the thing. I'll try and see if I can find a link to this thing and drop in our group chat. Right. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is how do you now create content calendars? Now you've mapped out your strategy, you've gone to different places to research, brainstorm, you know your users and everything. So how do you now create a content calendar? So content calendar is basically let's not let's take it too far. Let's bring it down. Content calendar is basically an overview of all the things you want to publish on social media. An overview of everything you want to publish on social media in terms of your video, your pictures, or the text you want to put on X. Anything you want to put that to give to your audience. That's what comes to your content calendar. Well, I want to post X today. I want to post this today. These are the things. So content calendar is strategic planning to use by any organization to organize, schedule, and manage the creation and production of content across various platforms. So it's strategically plan, organize. So it serves as a roadmap for content creation. So it help you maintain consistency, meet your goals, and stay organized. So as a brand, you want to have a content calendar. It's very essential that you have a content calendar. For some of us that will make it to the 5 Pro program, you're going to be learning quite about content calendar in depth, how you can create content calendar, where you can get idea into content calendar, and the likes. You're going to be learning in depth about this. So you want to in your content calendar, you specify which platform that you want your content to be published. You tell your content for each platform based on the audience and requirements. Every type of content you want to be created. Is it video? Is it pictures? Is it going to be graphics? That are things that are to be in your content calendar. Is it going to be educational content? Is it going to be do it yourself? Is it going to be infographics? Based on the research you do your audience, you're going to be determining all these. And let me see the time. Okay, we still have time, so we can move a bit further. And then we talk about this is content calendar. This is a typical calendar. You see the day, new product launch. I'm talking about every day. This is what we're talking about today. We're talking about tomorrow. So this is what content calendar is all about. So content calendar gives you that overview as a business, as a brand, or an individual on ways where you can push your content, which you can push things out to your followers, you can push out to your audience. So it's essential as an individual or as a brand or someone that's trying to share an idea to have a map, a roadmap. So content like a roadmap for you as a business, as a brand. So because it gives you that an overview of what you are trying to push or followers. I'll go further by saying when you now push the content also, you want to also kind of say which content is performing better and I can repurpose that content. So when you're planning your next quarter or your next campaign, so content can be for a week, it can be for 2 months, it can be for 1 month, depending on how you have time. But what Content does for you is that it gives you, you don't have to think of what to post every day because you already know your audience, you already have the plan. It's like a plan of everything you're going to be doing in social media. You don't have to think and say, oh, okay, oh, will I post for these people? Or you have an idea and say, what will I tell these people today? You already have a plan, like everything you're going to do for the year. Maybe not in details, but it's well tailored, written down. As a digital marketing professional, you're going to be writing a lot of things down. You're going to be noting some things down because everything you miss, and you don't write down, it's gone. Right? So you want to be able to have a content calendar, have a map. So you can create a content calendar. Like I said, you can use your Google Calendar, you can use your Excel to create your content calendar. You can use anything to create your content calendar. Anything that is easier for you. You can go and use your slide and say, oh, this is my content calendar. This is the content type. This is the content format. So this is the content format. This is the so content calendar might be okay. Let me give you a quick overview of what calendar means. So let's say the brand is selling. Let's say we are selling an idea of I'll use my recycle, and I want to teach people how they can recycle this plastic. This is a plastic, right? How they can carry this plastic to something else. How they can recycle this plastic and say, okay, oh, this is an air freshener. How they can use this same plastic to probably make it like a base for their flower, right? I want to teach people how to do this. So, as a marketing professional, or as someone that, as a content creator, I want to be able to have that in my content calendar. Like, oh, on Monday, I'm going to be teaching people how to recycle uh, a plastic in their house and make it like a base. So this is my air freshener in my house, right? And this freshener is not really smelling like before, and I might probably trash it, right? And then this plastic is contributing to the environment in a bad way. But I can decide to make it. I can make it like a flower base. I have some roses at the back of my laptop here, whereby I can say, okay, let me just pour this thing out, pour all these bubbles in this thing out, and then put water, and then put some flour, and then this flour I can put it beside my laptop or put it beside something within my house, and then I don't trash this plastic. I don't contribute to the environment. So as a content creator, an idea, you must have planned this thing ahead. You just wake up. You just wake up one morning and say, what will I do today? So you must have planned that, oh, on Monday, on Tuesday, I'm only talking about or as a brand, you must have planned that, oh, on Friday, we are posting about our employee, about people, or we are posting about our about how we package the product to deliver to our customer. You must have planned everything, right? You must have planned. I can almost say it's a scheme of work. Yeah, more like it's a scheme of work. So everything you need to do on social media has to be pre-planned. Do you know why this is essential? Because it gives you time to research, to think, look at your user persona, and see how you can best get them to engage with your brand. You already know them, so give that time. So you don't just come on the fly. And for people that are very busy, this when you have your content, when you have your content calendar for a month or for 3 months or for a year, you can create all your content calendar and get it put in. You can schedule all your content for your whole year. Where your social media out, all this content will automatically go. Like you only publish themselves because you have created the content, you've scheduled them. So in our next class, we're going to talk about how you can now schedule a post, how you can schedule content for like a quarter, month. So like Instagram, for example, like Facebook, for example, have a tool whereby you can do that. So we'll talk about that in our next class, how you can do all these things. So as a content creator or someone that is selling a product, let's say I want to sell these bracelets. This is what I sell. I'm a brand. This is what I sell, right? And I might just say, okay, on Monday I want to put a picture of this bracelet. On Tuesday, I want to post the video of this bracelet to show the different angle, the 90-60, the 180, the durability, the elastic thing and everything. And on Friday, I can say, oh, I want to go live on my Instagram to teach people how they can wear this bracelet and say, okay, you got it from us. These are you can wear it. These are the content where you can sell this same bracelet, different way where you can sell that thing to your audience. So this is what I mean by content calendar. So you have to plan all these things. So it's more like a scheme of work, like someone have said. So it's essential. So it's essential that you have a content calendar, as whether you are selling an idea, you are selling a product, or you're trying to publish something on social media. So it's essential that you have a content calendar. Uh, so this over time, we have just 2 minutes more, and then I don't want to move past content calendar. Yeah. So the next thing is of course to talk about consistency. So if you have a question, so you can bring your question now. So while if someone wants to take a walk, you might want to take a walk around the house because we've been here for more than an hour, 20 minutes. So you want to take a walk. I don't want this to be a very long video. I want to finish at exactly 2. So if you have any questions, you can drop it in the chat. I'll put your question up and we're going to be answering together. All right. So if you have questions, this is time for you to bring it up. Now I told you yeah that we'll be having question at the towards the end of the class. So if you have sent your question earlier, sorry, I missed it because I will not be able to answer that because the chat is long now. So this is the time for questions. So you can bring a question up and I'm going to be answering. Is that fine by everybody? So I'll stop sharing my screen and then you're going to see me in full view. Yeah, this is me, guys. All right. That's my rules that I want to put inside this. I was saying earlier. Okay, so but my host is dying. All right. So, do you have any question? Do you have any question? Any question, please? Any question? So, if you don't have any question, I'll assume that we all understand. That'll be the assumption. Do you have any question? Any question? Okay. Okay. I'm going to be question on the screen so that all of us can see. Okay. This is Shaifuddin Olafemi. Yeah. Can we have more than one buyer persona for a business? Yes, you can, Shaifuddin. You can have more than one buyer persona because not your buyer persona will be the same. So you can have, for example, I said Sarah. So Sarah is, you can have another buyer persona that is a male, that is maybe like 25, and then maybe he's a developer. So you can have more than one buyer persona. Why not? You can. You can have more than one. All right. All right. Thank you too, Mercy. Faizat, your question. I'm gonna put your question up on the screen. Faiza Jadisola actually, how can I deal with the fact that my audience are different people? Like, how do I discriminate prices among my client base on their standard of living? All right, so Faiza, sorry, let me call this question Jadisola. How can you deal with your different audience? So you have different products. So I would say, you need to determine. Can I put it? How can I put it? So you have selling different products and different price range, right? So you want to make sure that I'll say if the same product, you want to make sure that you have the same price. But if it's different products, I would say our advice, my best advice is to have like another business for that, not to match the product that is of high end. So if your product is high end and it's for certain people, you want to make sure that these are the people you are marketing to, so that people that are when you are advertising the one that is high end and people that that have a low standard of living or that are earning low, see it here like, oh, this is expensive, and they will follow your page. So you're having a 2 different products or 2 different prices. But you create 2 different accounts or 2 different social media for them so that you don't lose any customer. Then people say, oh, this thing is too expensive, right? So that's my advice. But if we have further questions relating to that, you can put that. All right, Jacob Samuel said you need that idea on storytelling. All right, so Jacob Samuel said you need on storytelling. Basically, storytelling has to do with speaking from the empathetic side of being like, oh, like I was marketing this thing to us, and I was telling us, oh, this is my air freshener. This is how it happens. So when you are marketing or when you are trying to sell an idea to people, you want to make sure that you are giving us from the angle of no, you're not an AI, you are a human being. So you are not an AI, and then we went to a restaurant. Let's say you are someone that is trying to be an ideal influencer, food influencer. You want to talk about different restaurants you visit. So you don't need to now go there and just snap pictures. Just snap pictures and people say, this is the food I'm buying. So the way you communicate, the way you say, oh, guys, I'm going to Reach Up restaurant today and follow me. This is what I'm trying. But tell the story of how you got there. You want to tell us maybe you took an Uber or you took a bike. You want to give us all the nitty gritty, right? That's how storytelling works. You want to give, you want to see it from the human angle side, like an ideal person. How will they, how would they be able to find that restaurant? So you want to use Google Map, or you want to use this, or you want to, these are the landmark you want to use. You say that, oh, this restaurant is good at this, and then talking like an AI. You want to call it in a way that as human or as individual, I can relate with it. That's what storytelling is all about. I can relate with it and say, oh, I relate with this thing. I can tell you that most of us we relate to the fact that, oh, we have some things in our house that we can recycle. Maybe a can that we can actually use again, or can actually use. When I was growing up, my grandma, whenever we finish drinking all those steam milk or thereabout, then my grandma will use that milk to actually make I don't know what they call it in English, momo for some of us that are familiar with it. So, and then some of us, if I not create a corner and say, oh, this I can recycle your a team make thing, some of us can relate with it than for me to just put that can alone and say, oh, you can do this, right? So I can tell a story about, oh, how my grandma used to do it, how used to scratch on the floor, and the like. So yeah, ways where you can talk about storytelling. So if you need more storytelling, will be so that group that we created is for us to drop content. I can also drop content that you can look forward to, like YouTube videos and the like. Uh, so let me see if I can see other questions. Púpọ̀ Olúwatósìn, thank you for this platform. Okay, let me put it up so that we can all see it clearly. Púpọ̀ Olúwatósìn, thank you for this platform. Regarding content calendar, can one calendar serve multiple social media accounts? Yes, so calendar. So if you are posting across all social media platforms, let's say you are posting the same content across all social media platforms, you have identified that your audience will be, right? You can have one calendar serving that purpose. And then if you are having different content across all platforms, that one calendar can assist out that purpose. All you need to just do that. You can just create a column and say, okay, this is the content I'm posting on Instagram, this is the content I'm posting on Facebook. Like create a content, like, just like a calendar. Maybe a column and a rule whereby you can identify and say, okay, well, this column is for this platform. This is the column is for content type. This column is for the content. This column is for the caption. This column is for the hashtag, right? And then you from there you are able to look at everything and say, okay, this is what we're posting on X today. This is what we're posting on Instagram today. This is what we're posting on LinkedIn today. This is what we're posting on Twitter today. We're posting on Facebook today. So anybody that see that content calendar can look at it and say, okay, they have an overview of what is meant to be done per day. But I can have one calendar for multiple social media platforms. All you just say, you define and say, social media is going to be posted, X and Twitter. For this one to be posted, LinkedIn and Snapchat. So that's how you can do that. Let me see if I can answer. Adebayo Kenny. Adebayo Kenny. I don't know if this is out of the class discussion. Please, is there any particular way that ad is being run on LinkedIn and Twitter? This is outside of the class discussion. So you just answer the question. It's outside of the class discussion, right? So I don't want to drag us through that. Is there any particular way that ad is being run on LinkedIn and Twitter? For some of you that might likely make it to D5 Pro, you're going to learn how to run ads. You're going to learn how to run ads on all these platforms. Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. You're going to be learning how to do that in depth. So, for the purpose of this class, we're talking about how you can build your brand using social media marketing. So that's the purpose of the class. Thank you, Adebayo. I would have loved to answer your question, but we'll be off our topic, and then we'll take more time while we have other questions that needed our attention. Okay. Thank you for this session. Thank you for the okay. I need pricing on band boy. All right. Jacob Destiny said you need clarity on band boy. So we talked about the fact that when you know your audience, let's say you are selling the latest trending shoe, right? My dad is like I think 60 something. Might not want the latest trending shoe, right? So who would like want a latest trending shoe? Someone of my age, someone maybe like 21, 22, that want the latest trending, and then you want to look at it and say, okay, fine, this person want is true. At the same time, I don't just want to just post the picture. When I post the picture, I want to make the picture glow, like gloom, or I want to, in terms of my caption also, I want the caption to be friendly, to be playful, and say, oh, this is the shoe. When you wear the shoe, you can achieve your goals better. For a Gen Z, I want to achieve their goal, they have goals, plan, and everything. They want to buy the shoe. So your brand voice is all about you when you know your audience and you know the way your audience communicates. So the way your audience communicates is the way you tailor your brand voice to. So your brand voice, like I said earlier, is not only your caption. So your caption shows your brand voice. Okay, this brand is playful, or this brand is formal, or this brand is informal, or this brand is casual, right? So based on your audience, you determine whether your brand is going to be informal, casual, playful, or serious. But when you know your audience, you know which brand voice, which way to write your caption. When your audience are casual people and you're writing serious people and writing one funny comment, that it will be hard for them to engage with you or engage your brand. So it's essential that you know your audience. When you know your audience, you know the type of voice or brand voice that you want to actually use in attending to them. So your brand voice is basically how you speak to your customer, how you speak to your ideal audience. So when you meet me, how do you want to speak to me? Because I'm your customer or I'm your ideal audience, someone that will buy your products or services. So that's what your brand voice is. And it can be either playful, serious, it can be irreverent, it can be, so we maybe at the end of the class, you can watch the video or go to the parts of the brand voice. You will get it better. All right. I hope I answered your question, Jacob. Just Lumona, aside content calendar, is there any other strategy you can recommend for content creation? Well, content calendar is the one that familiar with in this space because is a way for you to organize your content. So you can use I think there is one that's not coming to my brain right now. You can use a platform. Trying to remember. Try to remember the platform. When I remember, I'm going to send it in the group chat where you can use to also organize your content. It's like content calendar, but just giving you like everyday thing that you can put for your schedule. So, oh, I think year something. Name is year something. I can't remember now. Year bone or year beyond. I don't know. I can't remember. But the content calendar is one you can use, and then I can recommend others for you in the chat. Well, you can use content calendar to organize your content creation. Basically, even if you are using the year thing I do that, it's still content calendar because it gives that format of content. So, majorly, content calendar is the number one go-to when you are trying to organize your content for content creation. Good lesson, yeah. Really insightful, is that personal? Okay. All right. I think I've been able to answer most of the question. Okay. Do you have any other question? If you have, we still have more, like 15 minutes or thereabout. So any other question can still come in. Any other question can still come in. So basically, let me just for people that joined late, people that probably joined at some point in time. I think since I'm waiting for question, I can just give an overview of what we discussed so far. So for the first session for our class, we're going to be having 2 sessions. The second one is in 3. I hope we remember something I said today in February because we're going to be building on that in February. So we talk about the fact how can you build your business and personal brand with social media marketing. So we're able to lay a foundation on what social media is. So the first thing we talk about was the fact that social media. But we talk about the marketing aspect. So people are able to bring so many things and say, oh, social media is we have social media. I know WhatsApp, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, and then people started giving about different social media platforms that they know. And then we talk about the fact that what social media marketing. So we talk about the social media marketing is just a strategic approach to sell a product, a service, an idea, to build brand awareness, to build a campaign on all these platforms. So you want to sell an idea, you want to sell a service, you want to sell a product. What you're trying to do on platform is what's called social media marketing. And we talk about the fact that for you to even social media marketing in the first place, you must have certain things that are essential. So look about you must know your audience. When you don't know your audience, who do you want to market to? So we talk about the fact that know your audience, identify who are the likely people that are like who are the people that like to buy into your idea, your products or services, right? And we also talk about the fact that now you know your audience. Your audience is 20 to 50, but you must also create an ideal audience to talk about your user persona, which you also know as your buyer persona. So talk about you need to create a user or a buyer persona. Talk about in creating your user persona, you must determine the demographics, their psychographics, their technical sapiens, their job roles, and the like. So you also now move down to the further. Now that you know your user persona, how do you now communicate with them on this platform? So we talk about having a brand voice. So when you know your audience, when you know you're able to determine the brand voice you use to communicate with them on this social media platform, I will identify in the very first beginning. Talk about the fact that when you're now on this social media platform, you have done all this, you must set goals. Why are you there? And your goal has to be smart. So your goal has to be specific, has to be measurable, has to be achievable, has to be relevant to your business, and has to be time bound. So we talked about all this, and then we move on to the fact that you need to develop a content strategy framework. So what's content strategy framework? Content framework is about you determining the type of content you want to post based on the fact that you know your audience. Time you want to post it, the content format, where you want to post them, what are the places for you to get content ideas. So we talk about all these things. I talk about you can get that from Pinterest, you can Google content ideas, you can ask different AI for ideas on a particular content. Since you know your audience, just put the format and say, for this kind of people, what would they like? What would they like? So you can do all this, and then we also talk about how you can also develop a content calendar. I'll talk about that. A content calendar is just showing everything that you need to, all the things that you need to say on your social media platform. Talk about all this. So these are the things we talk about. Say content calendar is like a scheme of work whereby you can put everything that you need to be done on social media on this, and you're able to look at it holistically and then be able to. So CMS is content management system. So yeah, different content management system. One that comes to mind that will tell you for free that people use oftentimes is Excel. You can use Excel to plan your content. You can use I think there is Hotsuite. Yeah, you can use Hotsuite to plan your content. You can use let me quickly remember the name. So you can use Hotsuite, the ABN. Yeah, there is no Airbnb, it's ABN. It is Airtable. Airtable, yeah. There's Airtable for you to plan your content. That's what I'm trying to remember since. There's Airtable to plan your content. That's a content management system. So there's Airtable. In Airtable, you can just pick you can just create a format. You can even use some content management tools to as a CMS as a content management system. Like Trello, for example, you can use Trello also to determine your content calendar, like plan out your content. So these are tools that you can use. There's Airtable. So Alumina, Muna, you're asking uh, you're asking me for content creation recommendation ideas. So Airtable is another thing that you can also use. So Airtable, I'm putting in the chat. You can use Airtable, yeah. So this is a platform, like content management platform that you can use to plan your content. Yeah, I put in the chat. All right. So that's what we talked about. Uh, okay. All right. So that's what we talked about for the past an hour, 40 minutes that we've been on this call. All right. So in the absence of no, I'm trying to see if we have any question. Any question? I think with band voice, we also need feedback to help us this one. The scoop, can you probably uh give more insight on this? The scoop, I don't get what you mean by that. Susan Carbon, can you resend another person's content relating to your brand or your feed as a way of educating your audience? Yes, so you can, but you must give credit to them. You must give credit to them. So when you are repurposing other people's content, we put other people's content, you have to give credit to them so that they don't come back and sue you. That is discuss. We'll discuss in our next class. But when you see a content that you can use to educate your audience, you can be purpose it right. So you can do that. You can do that. You can propose your content. All right. Okay, all right. So we'll be ending the class soon, and then if you still have any questions, so you can ask me. Stay here for like 20, it's not 20 minutes, like 10 minutes before I end the session. Thank you to everybody that has joined today so far. Okay, a quick one. So the application closes tomorrow, and then so application closes tomorrow. Application closes tomorrow for people that apply for the Vibe Pro. Application closes tomorrow, and then for uh, people that people that apply closes tomorrow, and then we have over 1,860 applicants or thereabouts. Uh, But people that are applied, we get people that are shortlisted, we get they get like an email for them to, not everybody, people that are shortlisted, we get an email to do an LSP assessment, and then take it from there. Get an email, so be checking your email from Monday. Monday, you get an email on Monday for people that are shortlisted. Get an email to take an LSP assessment, and you have like I think 48 hours to do it. So you have 48 hours to do the LSP assessment, and then we'll give you further instruction on that. What about attendance? Okay, I've taken the attendance when you introduce yourself. So, taking the attendance on the way. So, the attendance already. Okay. For the LSP assessment, we're going to be, so for people that are shortlisted, you're going to get an email by Monday. So check your email by Monday at most. You're going to get an email to take an assessment, and then when you take an assessment, by 1st of February, you will, for people that take that the assessment, you will know whether you are in the program or not. Because the assessment is going to test you, going to answer some questions, and then from there, we'll be able to determine who will make it to the program. So, but for the form closes tomorrow. So if you still have a friend that wants to apply, you can send them now. But we are closing the form by 12 noon. By 12 noon tomorrow, we will not be taking application again. So, and by Monday, we are going to send email to an assessment for people that are shortlisted, not everybody that apply. So people that Monday, that's much. We're going to get an email by Monday to take an assessment. And then after the assessment, by 1st of February, you will get an email, like a welcome email, if you eventually make it to the program. So that's that on that. If you have any question, again, you can don't worry, when you're shortlisted, you get the link to take the assessment. It's not really, it's very simple. Trust me. It's something about, guess what? It's something about what we discussed today about digital marketing and the like. So don't be, it's not hard actually. Thank you for a wonderful session. Thank you for being an amazing audience. Thank you so much. I'm going to see everybody again on February 19th, the 19th of February. So I'm going to see everybody again, and then we're going to be talking about how you can be consistent, how you can do influencer marketing and the likes. And for people that make it to the program, you're going to be seeing my face. I'm going to be seeing my face. Again, I'll be taking you on a specialization called content marketing for people that are making it to the program. So I'm going to talk about content marketing. So I'm going to be creating content. Like if you say this is what we want to do. So in Digify, we don't just teach you, you're going to do it, right? So anything we teach you, you're going to do it. We don't just say, oh, this is it. No, we don't do that. You're going to do that thing that we taught you. If we say create a content, that content you have to create it. We are saying that we should shoot video in this. We are going to do is more practical. So we're going to be doing that. For people that to the program, thinking about content marketing, and then I'll discuss about we can get ideas for different contents. We can do certain things. We can try our hands on create content, our own blog, our own different thing, right? So for people that to the program, you're going to be seeing me very well in the program. I'm going to see everybody on WhatsApp. So if you have any question, any further question, we'll share and talk to our mama to see. I'll probably open the group for a minute, like maybe today. You can put your question. Maybe have further questions that you don't remember now, and then we're going to be discussing on that. Okay, so if you miss the introduction part, you can still drop your name. I will just take it from there. So I'm going to access the whole name later. All right. Thank you to everybody. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to be ending this session now and see you on February 19th again. All right. Thank you. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Say your goodbye so I can end the stream. Okay. Okay, bye. Bye, 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 bye. Okay, thank you to Valentina. Thank you, everybody. Bye.